Hello, welcome to the Stabler and Friends podcast. I'm your host, Stabler, and today, my friend, aside from you, the listeners, is the fantasy football champion of the league I am the commissioner of. The big reveal will be at the end of the show where we allow him his 15 minutes of fame. I'll give a bit of a spoiler. In the league that I'm the commissioner of, the Clam Slammers League, that is, we have a champions dinner where the only people allowed are the past winners from our league. We have a great time and send pictures to the people of our league who haven't won it yet, showing them what a great time we're having. We've had seven straight years, I'd imagine, without a new champion. Last night, that changed. We are going to induct our newest winner into the Dinner of Champions this Saturday. Be real with you guys. This is my second time recording today. I, like an idiot, forgot to hook up my microphone to the USB. So when I had my special guest on at the end, he's saying, I can't hear you. And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably something on his end. I hop on and put my beats in, and all of a sudden he can hear me. We get through the interview. I posted on YouTube. One of my buddies texts me, hey, I can't hear it until the interview. So anyways, I'm going to be redoing the first part, and then I'm going to be tying in our special guest champion at the end, and hopefully it works out. This is the fourth consecutive day that I've done a podcast. My number of views have gone down each day. I'm going to take a lot of responsibility on that. I need to find my groove and be better, while also maybe making sure that the microphone's working. So one thing though, I started to get down on myself a little bit, but then I was watching football and the commercials that came on, one commercial in particular, Call Me Cat on Fox, was renewed for a second season. Second season for Call Me Cat. So I'm starting to think that maybe it's not just me. Maybe people don't want to listen to me because the majority of people want the mind-numbing content of that show. I mean, if viewers are watching that, what's going on? Like, honestly, who is watching Call Me Cat? That blew my mind. It's got to be the worst show I've seen. I've been making fun of it since it got canceled, what I thought in the first season. But seriously, like, if you watch that show or you want to hate on it with me, reach out to me right now. Pick up your phone, get on Twitter, follow me on @TheRealStabler, and tell me if you watch Call Me Cat. I'll even do you one better. I'll put my number out there on the internet for you guys. 801-458-5049. I'm hoping you aren't a spam person listening to this, but who in the hell watches that show? And why isn't anybody watching my show? That being said, for reals, I know a lot of people aren't into the sports talk. It's not everyone's thing. I get that. What I do ask is, if you aren't into sports, but you do know somebody who is, and you think they might like this show, please share this with them. And I need to find my audience. So again, I'm going to put it out there. Follow me on Twitter @TheRealStabler, and let's see if we can get the numbers going up, because I'm really enjoying this. I enjoy it regardless if people are watching or not, because it's fun for me. But it'd be cool to grow the community and have a conversation with more people and have some fun. All right, let's get into the sports talk. Last night, Monday Night Football, the Steelers beat the Browns 26-14. Both Ben and Baker looked less than average. The difference is one is on the tail end of his long, illustrious career, while the other might have just played their last game for their team after just a short 4 years in this league. I watched the Manning podcast last night. It's the first time I've watched the Manning podcast from start to end. Watched it with my parents and my wife. My dad loves the Mannings, so he was really excited to listen in on that. I had fun with it. I think I had more fun because he was enjoying it. If I had the choice, I think I need to listen to the game, talking about the game live. And I got friends that I want to tell stories with. So, like, I'd rather hang out, listen to my friends talk, and also being able to listen to the commentary of the game. But it was a fun experience. I get the appeal. I'm excited that there's that option for other people, but I'm going to go back with what I like the best, and that's just regular football. Okay, Ben Roethlisberger. It's an outstanding career he's had. He left last night with a standing ovation as he walked off the field last night for what was likely his last start in Pittsburgh. Has been quite the journey for Ben. He has 2 Super Bowl rings as a starter. He's currently in 8th place all time on the touchdown list, and realistically, he could finish 6th after Sunday by potentially passing Dan Marino and Phillip Rivers. On the other side, he had a few sexual allegations, and he's been talked about by his teammates for coming up with excuses whenever they don't win. He's had the lowest quarterback rating of any winning quarterback in a Super Bowl when they went against Seattle, and there was a lot of speculation in that game about the referees and the officiating of the game. His second Super Bowl, without a doubt, was deserved. Like, he killed it. That beautiful touchdown on the final drive to Santonio Holmes. He put it where nobody could get it. Santonio Holmes, great catch, keeping both toes in bounds. One of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. I would vote him in for the Hall of Fame for mostly winning 2 Super Bowls. I think that's like a milestone. That's a feat that if you do it, it's like 500 home runs in baseball for me. I think you're in with that. That means, yes, I would also put Eli in there. If you don't think winning 2 Super Bowls is hard, you're probably Tom Brady. But ask Peyton Manning how hard it is to get that, what hard it was for him to get that second ring. Ask John Elway how hard it was for him to get his first ring. Ask Aaron Rodgers why he hasn't been able to get a second ring. It's because it's an extremely difficult feat. And Big Ben did that. He got help his first time, but sometimes you need that. It's not just a one-person game. But 2 championships. Big Ben, I know you're listening. I know you're a fan of the podcast. I just wanted to say that I never liked you, but damn it, I respect your game. On the field, of course. Your game off the field is apparently atrocious and disgusting, and I don't have any admiration for that part of your career. I actually do enjoy the end of his career right now, where he's not so hot and he's making the Steelers around 500. Pretty crazy. I saw a stat rolling around today that after the win last night was locked in that he has never had a below 500 season as a quarterback. While I trust these stats on ESPN and Twitter and everywhere else, I also like to verify. Always trust and verify. And I'm going to go with a technicality here. In 2018, Ben Roethlisberger played 2 games, started a quarterback for 2 games where he went 0-2. So technicality, I'm wiping that stat out. On the other end, Baker Mayfield looked bad last night. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. And lately it's been a lot more bad than good. I love Baker as a person. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that it's possibly injuries, but I understand if the Browns decide to move on from Baker, if they can obtain a Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, or anybody else that they feel could help benefit their team. They have a team that's ready to win now. I believe that they still could win right now if they just ran the ball 80% of the time, but for some reason they decide to keep forcing Baker to throw. And anyways, we'll discuss it more once things come to fruition towards the end of the season and things start to develop. The Washington football team announced that they will have a new team name on February 2nd, which by my calculations is Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. So one theory that I have is, will they just stay the Washington football team and keep announcing it every February 2nd in honor of Groundhog's Day and Bill Murray? I think that would be hilarious. Will they go with the Red Hogs because it's on Groundhogs and that sounds similar? And the Hogs, I don't know if you knew it, but back when they were called the Washington Redskins, they had a fan group called the Hogettes who dressed as women in pig noses and fun hats and things like that. And this is bad because I'm like 99% sure there was a defensive line or something that they called the Hogs on the Washington team. So I don't know my history that well when it comes to that. So I think that'd be a good honor to go Red Hogs. I have a few other potential names. Their most popular name, according to like fan polls and things like that, were the Wolves or the Red Wolves. That is out of consideration now because of variations of that name are trademarked by other teams. So that is off the board. Your options right now are looking like the Armada, the Admirals, the Brigade, Commanders, Defenders, Presidents, Red Hogs, Sentinels, and again, the Washington football team. I don't like when DC just takes the easy route of like, we're the Capitals, we have presidents. I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm with the Hogs. The football team would be my next choice. I heard leaks once they made this announcement that the Admirals was the team name, and judging by the leaks of the jerseys, there's sounds like there's some things that could very well show that it is the Admirals. Still hoping for the Hogs, baby, but we shall see on that. Coming up next. Okay, I left you all with a cliffhanger. This is my second time giving this cliffhanger because I messed up. But at the start of the show, I know you all care so much about my fantasy football league that you've waited till the very end for the big reveal of our league's champion and the guest on the podcast, who is, without further ado, I'm going to tell you after this break. See, I just Seacrested y'all. Ryan Seacrest. He was a guy who hosted American Idol and would always lead the cliffhanger. Well, anyways, this is me dating myself and probably the reason my ratings are going down. We'll have our guest shortly after this break. Stick around and thanks for being my friend.
To recording. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me on this break. We are back. It's almost time. The cliffhanger's almost over. Our fantasy champion of the Clan Slammers League and holder of the belt for the 2022 season after a last play touchdown by Najee Harris is Nate Twitchell.
Peekaboo, baby. Man, I'm just got to tell you right now, I'm here like Kofi Kingston, coming here to bend my knee to you, my tribal chief. I just want to acknowledge you. I wanted a seat at the table, and you finally gave me a seat at the table. Thank you. As should I say, thank you, Najee Harris, as well. But I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. I will sit in the corner and be your wise man, whatever you need, taken care of. You need me to eliminate goons like Mike from the league, I got you.
All right, just kiss the ring.
Oh, dude, kiss it all the way, baby.
Congratulations, man. How's it feel? Tell me about your journey, your ride of this
dude, like,
whole weekend.
So I was in every championship game I've been into, and now let's make it clear, this is the only league I'm in I haven't won yet. And how long have I been in your league for?
4 or 5
4 or 5 years. I think
like
Ronnie became the champion when I finally joined.
Yeah.
Well, this is the only league I haven't won that I've wanted to win. And I, just like all my other championship games I've been in, man, I overguessed myself all the way. I took some good advice. I took some bad advice. And I was stressed out all week because I really had a feeling about Boston Scott. And I took the advice and went with the safe play of Tony Pollard, which I have to admit, that's a good safe play.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan Howard starting. I couldn't really rely on Boston Scott, but man, I just had a feeling about it. So I left 42 running back points on my bench, just sitting there chilling. And 33 points going into Monday night. I was like, I don't have a chance of this. I was doing the AB, pulling off my jersey, dancing my way out of the end zone for the Monday night game. And
yeah, I think you gave up probably 2 or 3 times this weekend. I just saw in our message thread saying, "Hey, good game, Paul. Sorry, Paul. You got me." And then
I was pissed at myself.
All the way up till Monday night, we're coming down. Nate's down 9 points, guys. 9 points, and all the Steelers need to do is get 1 yard to get a first down and run out the clock. And they get that yard, and then he breaks off and gets another 30-something yards, and Nate ends up winning by 2 points on pretty much the last play during the garbage time. Yes. Our thread went nuts. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, did you see this? Poor Paul says he's going to retire."
Well, on top of that, man, I was on my way to work when you texted me.
Yeah.
I got your text and it threw me into a frenzy. I didn't see what just went on.
Yeah, so Nate's on his way to work and doesn't even know he won yet. His phone's just blowing up. I actually had a really good joke when you were gonna take second and get $60, and I was gonna put in the message like, "Hey, you didn't win a championship here, but you could take that $60 and buy the new Madden and win yourself a fantasy championship with the Broncos this year. If that will make you feel better." So my joke didn't land because I couldn't do it. Because you're the champ, man. You're coming to dinner on Saturday.
Dude, all I wanted was a seat at the table. I will tell you 100% truthfully, this year I neglected most of my leagues. I mean, I made the league the playoffs in 4 out of my 5 leagues, but I pretty much neglected them because your league was all I was focused on. As soon as we went auction, I was 100% happy with my team and how they played all year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you suffered for one of my garbage time wins.
I did. I suffered a lot of bad wins or bad losses this year, but mostly I take the L because I traded away Nick Chubb
Yep.
for a bunch of garbage, which hindsight now, but at the time it seemed like a good deal. And I spent all my money in our first auction draft on Kyler Murray when
Yep.
I should have been investing in running backs. So a lesson learned. I'm coming for you next year. You're coming. We're bringing the belt on Saturday. How you gonna wear it, man? Around the waist or the shoulder?
Oh, first thing I got to do is I got to show up. I got to flip it up like The Rock, man. I got to do some kind of way. I think maybe even do the Paul Heyman, hold it up to you and just show everybody and kneel before you and be like, have you put the sticker on for me, man.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
get
think
you.
that's what's got to happen.
You're gonna be so rowdy. They're gonna kick us out of the restaurant before we even get our drinks. But no, that's awesome, man. And we allow every champion every year gets to put a sticker on our belt. I have, I think I've had 2 championships. I got a couple King of the Hill stickers that say like "turned down for what," but like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Obvious reasons, guys. Never get drunk and go
Oh, that
get a
is
bad
my.
Hank Hill tattoo.
Hey, can I tell you what though? Your
What's up?
tattoos, even though you was drunk in a couple of them, they fit you. And who you are, what you like.
Yeah, just a mess who likes cartoons and
Alcohol.
poor South African rap. And well, thanks, man. I mean, it was a tale of two stories. You're on cloud 9. Our buddy Paul, his sister won the ladies league, by the way. Shout out to Mo Cliff.
Congrats.
They could have been sibling champions, and he lost on the last second. Do you have any parting words for this season for Paul?
Man, first off, Paul, what a great team. I mean, God, I see the receiver lineup, and that just scared me enough. Plus, you got Montgomery, and you had Sony Michel, and like I'm not gonna lie, once McCaffrey went out and then Godwin went out for me, it hurt my team a lot, and I was worried about his lineup. But you know what? He's got a great team. He always drafts well, even with his Green Bay ties. But you know what? I got 2 words for him. That's all I could say. I win. I was gonna do something else.
I was waiting for it.
Oh man. I mean,
Oh.
he better not retire. I mean, he went from how I felt all day Sunday, he was feeling that Monday, and I went to how he was feeling all on cloud 9.
Yep, and you get the last laugh.
Mhm.
Well, congratulations. I'm gonna see you this Saturday. Maybe you'll come watch the championship game on Monday with me. What's your take, man? Are you okay with Georgia and Bama, another SEC matchup, or are you tired of it?
I like the underdog. I really wish I really had hopes for Cincinnati. I mean, I figure SEC's got the stuff locked down anyways, but I really, just it's hard for me to root for Bama, man. They win too much. I go underdog all the time.
Yeah. The only person that's winning too much, though, in my defense, is the fans of Alabama and Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, like, we don't have Mac Jones this year. Like, we've moved on. We don't have Najee Harris this year.
Yeah.
We don't got Jerry Jeudy. We don't got Jalen Waddle. We don't got Devontae Smith. These are new people coming through. This is their
you're always
opportunity.
stacked, man. You guys are always stacked. And I really would have loved to have heard how you really took the Nick Saban news, but I mean, him going from Miami to Alabama really didn't hurt you too bad in the long run.
Yeah, it was really weird when that happened because I didn't understand like what a difference it is like from college to the pros. They're 2 different games, right? I was excited as a Dolphins fan who hasn't had much to be excited for up until like when Ricky Williams quit the league. Before that was like when I started having hope. But other than that, not much. I thought Nick Saban would be a difference maker. he wasn't. He left, but I mean, it worked out. Like Alabama's doing good. It's weird though. I think I've talked about this in my first few episodes, but it's just weird because I was such a USC hater and Oklahoma hater. Like when they had Reggie Bush and who's that quarterback? Not Matt Castle.
Matt Leinart.
Lionheart. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand them. They won every year, and I was like, I'm tired of this. And now my team is that, and it's just a weird feeling. But I am taking it for what it is. There are still games. Like I don't get as excited as I would for like the build of a Jazz season or the build of a Cleveland Guardians season. See what I said there?
Yeah, I love that.
But there are big games for me, like the SEC championship game, the Auburn game. This Cincinnati game was probably in my like stress level the highest it's been in probably 5 years, just because I have talked so much trash on the underdogs that they don't deserve a seat at the champions table, and they showed up and they lost by more than 3 scores. So I'm still gonna ride that for now.
So this whole fantasy season with us, you was hashtag no new champs. Now SEC wise with Bama, you're no new champs.
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now, just because I love Terrell Davis, I'm gonna go Georgia, and just because I got to give you something to someone to fight against.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
how do you feel going into it?
I'm picking Georgia. I think they've looked like the best team all year. I think there's some weird factors. So like jinx wise, I think like nobody can beat Saban that's coached under him, because that doesn't happen, But Kirby Smart's came the closest, and I think that he's there almost, like this is gonna be the time. Well, I guess that's not true because Dabo beat him eventually, huh? Because Dabo was under him. So before that, I don't think there was anybody.
Yeah, there's not. He's got a winning record against all the coaches that have been underneath his coaching tree.
Yeah, so really interesting there. I think Georgia is the best team all season. Like I said, I think getting to play Alabama twice, they're gonna have a lot of game film. That they looked mad to me against Michigan. I don't know if it was Michigan didn't show up more as I think Georgia showed up and was pissed.
So do you think them getting the loss out of the way in the SEC championship game gives them more motivation and kind of a better chance to go in and beat the Rolling Tide, or does that
absolutely. I think Saban prepares his team well, and maybe it is that the offensive line looked like they were dominating against Georgia's defensive line that game, but the offensive line for Bama hasn't looked good more than 3 games all season. They didn't look good against Cincinnati, I didn't think, other than like they looked good run blocking, but pass blocking, Bryce Young had maybe 3 seconds every single time, and he had to scramble out or pass. So if they show up, because they're not going to be able to, so they're not going to be able to push around that line for running for Robinson like they did against Cincinnati. They're going to be forced to pass. If the front line can get past our offensive line, it's going to be a long day for Bama. But I'm hoping championship, everybody steps up. I got the next day off, so I get to stay up and get wild. So if you want to stop by,
I might have to stop by and come see you.
Yeah, Jake Ashford's coming over. That's our yearly tradition. So yeah,
I'll have to make a stop by. I did have another question for you too. So you've been the fan of a team with a recent name change, and the Washington football team is going to reveal their name February 2nd. How do you feel for them going into that decision on what their team is going to be?
It's so funny. Right before you came on, I was just talking about this and their potential team names. I heard the Red Wolves are out. Did you hear that already?
I haven't looked anything up yet.
They couldn't get enough naming rights for trademarks and whatnot and copyrights. So that one's out. Sounds like it could be the Red Hogs or the Hogs. The Admirals, I guess a website happened today where they linked to it, and so they think that was a leak to the name, that they're going to be the Admirals. But then that's recently just changed, so I'm not 100% sure. They have like senators, presidents. I don't want any political shit on there.
I kind of wanted
like?
I forgot what the name of it. The Tuskegee Airplane Squadron. What was the name of that?
They were Red talking Tails. About
Red Tails. I really thought that would have fit well. Yeah. Did you see the uniform links? The little snippets of the uniform?
No, are they changing colors?
No, same colors, but I saw
Okay.
the Admirals really make sense on that way just because there was 4 stars on the collar that
Oh,
looked like the military stars that they get.
okay.
So
Yeah. I kind of had a funny thought though. Like it lands on Groundhog's Day that they're announcing this on February 2nd.
I
What
didn't even
if
think of
they
that.
just announced again that they were the Washington football team and they did this joke like every year on February 2nd and it's like a Groundhog's Day Bill Murray type
Oh, that
thing.
would be amazing. But you're looking at a team too that's trying to sweep under the rug all this investigation stuff with Dan Snyder and their organization. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny how all this is going to play out to try to sway
I mean,
focus away
I
from the bad
wouldn't
stuff.
I wouldn't put it past Snyder to pull some shit like that though. Like, yeah, you won't let me be the Redskins. This is what we're gonna
Yeah.
be. You like that?
Uh-huh. Like, here you go. Oh, just kidding. We saw the shadow, gotta run back in.
For sure. Well, I try and keep this 30 minutes or less. It's been great having you on the show. Come again for a full half hour next time.
Dude,
And
if you'll invite me, I'll be back, man. Love you, dude.
yeah, you too, brother. Thanks for coming on, and I'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, peace.
Later.